Ratatouille Sandwich.
All right.
Starting with the melange of veg here. We got the eggplant, we got the summer yellow squash, we got the zucchinis, we got the red pepper that we roasted, we skinned, some thinly sliced onions. I got some garlic, of course, and some herbs. What we did was salt these for about 30 minutes. The eggplant and the zucchini and the squash hold a tremendous amount of water in them, so we want to extract that water to not compromise our final product, but also kind of firm them up, right? Because we're gonna bake them nice and long. So you dab them, you salt them, kosher salt, so you know how much is hitting that vegetable and you don't have to do any guesswork. Then you flip them and you do it again because the bottoms get salted as well, so you don't want to neglect that. Remember, we pre-roasted these so they're nice and soft, already pliable. Let's make some flavoring agents, if you will, starting with some olive oil. We're gonna add some fresh garlic to this, fresh rosemary, some cracked black pepper, gotta have the cracked, some fresh thyme, and there we have it, a little salt. And now we're gonna start layering all these.
Exciting.
Right? And we made a nice aluminum foil cradle. We got plenty of moisture. You don't need to spray or anything. We got some Parmesan cheese. I know, not a traditional ingredient. This is more of a binder, and you'll see why. Starting with our first vegetable, which is the summer squash. We're just gonna layer on there. Nice, 2 layers of each vegetable, right? Almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Then we're gonna brush on that very flavorful herby oil right on top of there. Then we're gonna sprinkle just a tiny amount of parm just to adhere the next level, which is the roasted red pepper. Alex, I know. What do you think so far? Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I was thinking a lot of things. First of all, I think ratatouille is really from the south of France, where you get into places like Nice, and it's so close to Italy. You're getting those Italian vibes already that the Parmesan cheese makes complete sense. And I was also thinking the eggplant and the zucchini they're vegetables that don't need a lot of water to grow. So this is actually you being really green in a very slick way by using the zucchini and the eggplant.
Eggplant's something that kind of trips people up sometimes. They get a little intimidated by it because you think, do I have to salt it? Do I have to do all this? Method like this, yes, Jeff's salting it. But you can also just cut it up and roast it. It doesn't have to be salted
Yeah,
for
I
preparation
generally
like that.
don't ever salt my eggplant.
Ooh, boy.
How you doing, Jeff? How's the layering going?
We're
Jeff?
going good, guys. So 2 layers of each vegetable, and we are gonna put that skin side out so it looks pretty in there. We're gonna give it another brush. Again,
That's
2
actually
layers of each.
Wait a minute, I didn't even ever think of that. You put them so the skin sides are on the out, so when you unmold it, you see all the
It's
color. I didn't
pretty,
think of
right?
that.
I usually remove the skin, so I'm doing like an eggplant parm, you know, because it can get a little, but I love the flavor of the skin, right? It's like
I like it
nothing like
too.
the inside, right? It's
And
so
when it
different.
roasts, yeah, I really like it.
All right, this is the last and final piece. You gotta have tomatoes in there. I didn't wanna layer tomatoes in there, it's a lot of water content in there, so I'm just gonna put these beautiful plum tomatoes right on top and bake them in there. We got the oven at 400 degrees. A little more parm on top.
As long as you have cheese on top, it doesn't matter what's underneath.
Just gonna help give it a nice, caramelization and browning, a little salt, and it's going in the oven. An hour and 15 minutes, 400 degree oven, Jeffrey.
Do you cover it up?
No,
like
I
that.
want to dehydrate it almost so it becomes more concentrated in flavor,
Got
but
it.
also in integrity. So you
Check.
can cut it.
Check.
We bake it. Now you put it in the fridge for at least 4 hours, up to overnight in the fridge. And now I want you to take a gander at that beauty. Look at, it's cold. You could serve this room temperature. You could even serve it warm. Just let it rest a little bit like you would a lasagna. Really, you don't want it sliding around, but that's why we did the cradle.
Cradle.
Let's see, moment of truth. Woo!
Oh, it's like a vegetable hammock.
It's a vegetable hammock, Jeffrey. That was my second name for that, but you beat me to it.
Jeff, that's really beautiful.
I
And
love
you've got
that.
all the onions, right? The eggplant, the zucchini, all that spring bounty. And now every sandwich needs 2 things. You need a good sauce, all right? You need some veg, some crispness on there. So we got some arugula. I made a champagne vinaigrette in honor of Jeffrey that you can find on foodnetwork.com/thekitchen. So this has got champagne vinegar, shallots, some herbs, everything. And we're gonna lightly dress this arugula, give it some acidic punch to this, because this is a lot of, basic vegetable. Yeah. So we just got some nice sub rolls, but that we've treated with butter and rubbed with garlic. So we got almost this nice garlic bread presentation here.
It's almost a terrine
Come on,
legume.
guy.
It's a terrine
Come on,
legume.
guy.
What?
Come on.
It's a tureen.
Can I do one more thing in honor
what?
of Jeffrey? I gotta go a little extra.
Go
you
cheese.
can do this
Go
or
cheese.
some beautiful whipped French butter.
Is it
On
salted?
the bottom,
Oh.
soft.
I thought that was an aioli.
No, it's not. I'm gonna do I rarely do a double-sided applique schmear, but I'm doing it on this. A little bit
Gotta have the
flaky
salt.
sea salt on
Yeah.
there.
That's very French.
I did that,
Very
right?
French. Now
we're gonna
I'm
match it
okay.
up, right? I'm gonna line it up to the bread. All right.
You're using a serrated knife, right, Jeff?
Of course, yeah, you have to. There's no way.
You are on him today.
Oh, just want to make sure he's doing it right.
That's beautiful.
And
I
now,
love that.
a lot
Wait a second. That's the size of the sandwich?
Listen, you
How
can
you gonna
always
eat
you
that?
know,
How are you gonna eat
It's gonna
that?
slip all over the place. Oh, it's beautiful.
I love
It's
that.
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Come on, huh?
I want to see you take a bite of that.
Look at that.
dramatic.
Look how pretty that is. You could do thinner slices and layer it the other way. I just wanted to be funny about it, but I like to cut it again so you get double cross section on the sharp bias. How are you gonna eat it? You create that
Point.
easy triangle for that first bite.
Create a
That's
point of
so
entry.
pretty.
Ooh, look at the little layer of butter in there, just peeking out.
I gotta go upside down methodology on that.
Oh my goodness. I'm impressed.
Respect.
And that's beyond internet food. I know it's like a showstopper visually and it'd be totally Instagrammable, but so tasty. The vegetables have so much crunch to them still and freshness. The fat, the salt, the crispness from the arugula, spiciness from there too. It is so good.